Hello lovely people, I am Yohnee Moode and thank you for joining my channel. This video is a Yohnee Moode message, a part of the Understanding series, and it is entitled Understanding the Four Loves. And it is called Understanding the Four Loves. What does that mean? Well, in our English language, we use the word love, and that word love can refer to a number of different things in totally different categories, but we use one word, love, and so there's no distinction between the level or the intensity or the type of love that we have for that particular object or thing or concept, because there's only one word. However, in the Bible, in the Greek language, which is the original language of the New Testament transcripts, Greek is the language. And so love in the Greek can be distinguished in four ways. Okay? And this video is about understanding what those four loves mean. So, we're going to get right into it. The four loves are Greek words that all mean love, but in four different contexts. All right? Point number 2 involves getting into what those loves mean. Okay, so Storge love, or some people pronounce it Storge, Storge or Storge. What is Storge love? All right, in the Greek, Storge means to have affection for something, like food or movies or the world or the things around us or objects, okay? To have affection for something for whatever reason, all right? Point number 3 takes us to the second love, which is Phileo or Phileo. I've heard it pronounced both ways, okay? Phileo love is commonly called brotherly love. It is why the city of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania comes from the word Phileo, and it's called the city of brotherly love. But an alternative, or not an alternative, but an additional meaning for Phileo is it's a friendship or companionship love where you have common interests and common insights, okay? All right. Point number 4, which is love number 3, is Eros. Eros is the romantic love, okay? It is called, it is what we are typically referring to when we talk about being in love, okay? It is also what we call the most selfish and demanding. Okay, if you think about romance and romantic love, that makes total sense, okay? We want what we want. All right, and then point number 5, which is love number 4, sorry for the confusion, is agape. And agape is the highest and most unselfish of the loves, okay? It is often called God's love. The love of God is agape. It's called unconditional or divine love. All right? Okay, so agape, this kind of love is described in who God is in 1 John chapter 4, verse 8. God is love. That love there is translated, it's translated love from the word agape. All right, that's why it's often called divine love. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, I'm sorry if I keep blinking and looking weird. My eyes, the air condition is so high in here that it has totally dried my eyes out. So I am a little dry-eyed right now, so I'm not like possessed or something. If you see my eyes rolling around, I'm Trying to keep them from sticking together. All right, so I am going to use an example of what the difference is between the loves, using the object of cake, using cake, cake, bake a cake, C-A-K-E, cake. All right, so if we were to say I love cake, in English, we would just say I love cake, period. You don't really know what the distinction is. So like if we say in English, I love my husband, I love my kids, and then you say I love cake, or I love hydrangeas or lilies or roses, everything kind of is stuck in the same category. You can kind of assume that there's a difference between you loving your husband and you loving flowers. We assume that, and we hope that there's a difference, but the word used does not make that distinction. So the Greek words for love help to clarify the level of love that you have for a particular person or thing. So I am going to use cake to demonstrate what the differences would be, okay? So if I say I love cake as an example, in the Greek, storge love would say, I love cake, all right? It's basically to have an affection for it. I have affection for cake. I like it. It tastes good, all right? Phileo, the connotation of phileo is to say, let's share this cake, okay? Let's share this cake. We have common interests. We both love cake. You're my brother. You're my friend. We're companions, and there's cake here. I love it, but phileo gives a further connotation of let's share the cake. All right. Eros says, I love cake. This is my cake. Eros doesn't want to share the cake. I love cake to the point where it's my cake. Okay, this is my cake. That is the connotation of what Eros is. I said earlier that Eros is the most selfish and demanding love. Okay, and then Agape says, I love cake, you love cake, but guess what? You're more important. It's more important that I give to you, so you can have my cake. It's okay. Yes, I do love cake, but my love for you is to a point where even though I love cake too, I'm going to give you the cake. I'd rather you have the cake. Okay, agape is more in the context of it's better to give than it is to receive. That sort of, and that just gives you a quick snapshot. If you want a deeper explanation of this, please pick up the book called The Four Loves by C.S. Lewis. The Four Loves by C.S. Lewis. He does a wonderful job of breaking down those four loves and applying them to our lives and in context with which we can understand it. Okay, and it's hopefully, I believe that one of his purposes for writing the book was to help drive us to the point where we would seek to show and to walk in and to live more in that selfless love, that agape love, that divine love, definitely as opposed to Eros, that selfish kind of love. But yeah, so That's it. The Four Loves by C.S. Lewis. If you want a deeper explanation, please get that book. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I would love to answer them or interact with you. Thank you for joining my channel. Once again, I say thank you. I'm really grateful. I do not take it for granted that you are here, that you are giving me your ear, and that you are sharing your time with me. Much appreciated. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications so I can let you know what's coming next. And until next time, I wish you the agape love of God. Have a good one.